Welcome back, friends, to another 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross video. Lids87 here, and in today's video, guys, we are going to be looking at the Great Mage Merlin. She was just announced, update information that she will be coming right after the maintenance. So let's get into it, friend. Let's take a look. Let's see what she entails, and if you guys should be pulling for Red Merlin, because I was doing a little research, eyes of a new player, and well, I'll let you guys know my opinions after we go through her kit. Now, there she is. If she's waif material, by all means, guys, come on, just look at that. And Escort does need his boo on the team, so to say. Alright, so Great Mage Merlin, one of the most powerful mage wielders in the 7 Deadly Sins. Now, she will be coming up in a pickup draw after the maintenance on March 10th until the 17th. So 7 days she will be featured on said banner. Rate up, all that wonderful stuff. Gauge filled separately from draw heroes. Bonus gauge will reset upon pickup draw ends. Okay, great, wonderful. But here, okay, please note that the bundle to fully awaken Merlin into tier 6 is on sale. Where are my wheels at? I guess that's for you guys, right? I have some SSR pendants. We'll see how far we get there. Now, let's look at her kit. Now, I am going to use the database. I will leave the link down below in the description to read this, because it's easier on the eyes. At least for me, it is. Now, let me zoom in just a little bit. Now, she is a red type character, SSR, and her first ability, Poison Wave. Now, at base, at rank 1, inflicts damage equal to 220% of attack on one enemy. Rank 2, 220% of attack on one enemy, and disables recovery skills for 1 turn. So there's no damage increase. She just disables recovery skills for 1 turn. Kings and PvPs, I can see her being used in PvP. And at rank 3 of Poison Wave, this will inflict 360% of attack on one enemy and disable recovery skills for 2 turns. So, I mean, if you're in PvP, you run into a king, use this on king, and he won't be able to heal up his party members at least for 2 turns at rank 3. I'm at least 1 turn, because majority of the time you probably will be using your rank 2 card. So now, her second card is called Frozen Factor. At rank 1, now this is probably the best part about this, is that at rank 1, freeze 1 enemy for 1 turn. There's no damage at rank 1. It's just a freeze. So if you have been using Blue King, I mean, why aren't you using Blue King? You should be using Blue King with his Petrify. You need to combine 2 of said card in order to Petrify, but with Red Merlin, you can do it right off the bat. You can. This is a nice way to cheese said content. Now, at rank 2, she starts inflicting damage. So at rank 2, she will freeze 1 enemy and inflict 80% additional damage on frozen target for 1 turn. And at rank 3, freeze 1 enemy and inflicts 200% additional damage on frozen target for 2 turns. Okay. Now, her ultimate ability is called Exterminate Ray. It actually looks pretty cool, truth be told. I've seen these on JP. So this inflicts damage equal to 540% of attack on 1 enemy and disables attack skills for 2 turns. Okay, not bad. Now, she does have a combined attack with Arthur. If you guys have Red Arthur, hey, more power to you. I would love a Red Arthur. I have yet to pull Red Arthur. Now, with the Tornado Sever, inflicts damage equal to 630% of attack on 1 enemy, disables attack skills for 2 turns. She does have associations with, Red Gother, who should be on the horizon. Links to all these wonderful units. Okay. And with her unique passive, she will increase pierce rate by 10% per each ultimate move gauge orb, increases by additional 50% if it is completely filled. Now, There is a budget version of Red Merlin already available in the game, and that is in the form of this guy, Gustav. He's a green unit, and let's look at his kit. Let's look at what happens at rank 2. Inflicts damage equal to 220% of attack on 1 enemy. Disables recovery skills for 1 turn. Does that look familiar? That looks pretty damn familiar to me. And at rank 3, 360% of attack, disables recovery skills for 2 turns. Okay. Okay. Now, with Freezing Field, at rank 1, freeze 1 enemy for 1 turn. Rank 2, freezing 1 enemy and inflicts 80% additional damage on frozen target for 1 turn. And at rank 3, freeze 1 enemy and inflicts 200% additional damage on frozen target for 2 turns. And his Killer Ice Break, I guess that's one of the differences is with their ultimates. Merlin can disable attacks skills for 2 turns, but yet Gustav cannot. But I think if you have Gustav, if you already have Gustav, if you were able to pull him, I mean, he's an SR unit, so you're more likely to pull him compared to an SSR. I don't think you need to be pulling for Merlin for this very reason, is the fact that they're pretty much the same card. One is red, one is green. Sure, their ultimates are a little bit different. Sure, Merlin does have better stats, of course, because she does start off as a base SSR unit. But truth be told, honestly, guys, if you guys have Gustav, I don't think you should. If you don't have either of them, maybe throwing a few multi-draws to see what RNG decides to give you. But even so, I would... That's still very iffy, because me personally, I would rather go for Green Merlin, who has a little bit more team utility, because with Green Merlin, she can deplete the ultimate gauge with her first ability, and with her second ability, Perfect Cube, she gives the allies barrier for a few turns. And the more rank for said card, the stronger said barrier will be. And she also has Exterminate right now. Also, keep in mind that we are getting the Grey Demon along with Chapter 6, and according to here, the Grey Demon is resistant to any form of CC. So she's really not going to benefit the team. I mean, neither is Gustav, but if you're going to go ham, she better be waifu. And later down the line, once we get something called the Crimson Demon, this is also resistant to CC. So the only real use for her, aside from PvP, from stopping kings from recovering the party's health, would be in the Red Demon, also, where the Red Demon we can petrify and or freeze. So that is my two cents on Red Merlin, friends. At the same time, yeah, Gustav also does that. So all right, so final say is, in my opinion, I really don't think you should be chasing Red Merlin, especially if you have Gustav already in your roster. They seem to be the same exact card if you're free to play, unless she's your ultimate waifu. Aside from that, I would not pull for Red Merlin, friends. All right, friends, so that is it for this video, friends. Thank you guys for sitting through my 2 cents and the perspective of a new player. I mean, personally, it's the same damn card. One is Gustav, one is Merlin, so I really don't recommend pulling for Red Merlin. Just save your resources for other units on the horizon, like Green Hellbrim or Green Merlin, who has a little bit more team utility. Be sure to let me know down below in the comments if you will be chasing or if you will be skipping Red Merlin. All right, friends, so until next time, good luck and have a good one.